Hey trainers, welcome back to Pokemon Deck Check. I would be Poke Dad. And Dance Bears on a baseball weekend at a baseball camp. So that leaves me solo with the Pokemon cards. So all these ideas, I'm going to share three, one, two, three decks that I've been working on. And I'm going to go over this Guzzlord Naganadel Tag Team GX deck. And this is going to be like the generic way to play it, okay? But I've got something brewing. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's just a concept, and I'll go over it at the end. So, but right now, this is your basic Guzzlord Naganadel Tag Team GX. So, three Naganadel Guzzlord GX, four Jirachi, four Inkay, four Malamar, two Garatina, and a Dido. So, Guzzlord has the ability, once during your turn, you can discard a card and heal 60 damage from it. So, it's only once per turn, but still, that's not a bad ability. There's definitely abilities that aren't as good as that. 60 is probably just not enough healing. So, I wouldn't focus your deck around the ability. Okay? So instead, I think we focus it around GX, the GX attack, because it's actually super, super good. So you have your generic attack for a Psychic Dark Colorless 180. Not bad, not great, just mediocre, honestly. Mediocre. Then you have your four Jirachi to set up. Oh, GX Tech. Sorry. Let me back up. Reverse. GX Tech. For a colorless, you can turn all your prize cards face up and play with them face up the rest of the game. Pretty cool. But once you add a Dark and Psychic to the GX Tech, then you can take two prize cards. And they stay face up the rest of the game. So the GX Tech automatically take two prizes, plus your prize cards are face up. That's super, super good. That's really good. Think about Blazefon's GX Tech, how good it is, and this is really good. So, ways to power it up. We're going to use Malamar. We're going to use Consistency Booster of Jirachi, four of them. Two Garatina, so if we need to play the one prize game, we've got that. So, and then the Ditto to act as your fifth Inkay to help set up. This is based on the Ultra Necrozma list that did really good at Worlds. It has Cosmic Eclipse updates, but it's kind of based on that. So no Dawn Wings. That's like the biggest difference you'll see here is no Dawn Wings. And there's not really a reason to need Dawn Wings because you're not discarding energy with Guzzlord and Naganadel's attack. So, forms of search. We've got the usual for Super Mysterious Treasures. We've got the Poke Comps. Like I said, we don't play Dawn Wings. Instead, we play 4 Switch. 3 Acrobike. 2 Escape Board. 2 Beast Knight tools. I'll cover that here in a sec. And then 2 Great Catchers. So, pretty standard. 8 forms of search. Other ways of thinning the Acrobike. 4 switches. Definitely need it. We are only playing 2 escape boards, but with the 4 switches, Jirachi's not going to get stuck in the active. So, and then 2 Great Catchers is just awesome. I mean, to pick off something is super, super good. So this, Beast Knight. It is a tool that can attach to Ultra Beast, which Guzzlord Naganadel is an Ultra Beast, and you do 10 more damage for each prize card you've taken. So if you take 4 prize cards, that's plus 40 damage. So now he hits for 220. So that's pretty good. It's still not one hit KO on anything, but we are beefy at 280. So keep that in mind. we'll go over concerns at the end with the deck. But for now, 4 Lily, 3 Cynthia. That's the same formula pretty much as the deck that did really good at Worlds. It just ran 7 forms of draw, plus we have Acrobike, and we have 4 Jirachis. So there's not a necessity to play more forms of draw. So then we have 3 Viridian Force. The Worlds list did play 4, and they opted to actually not play Acrobike, so we're playing 3 plus Acrobike. I think Acrobike is just really good right now. So until I see a valid argument to not play Acrobike, then that's just what we're rolling with, folks. Then we have 4 Psychic, 3 Psychic, 3 Dark, and then Beast Energy. So 7 Psychic, 3 Dark, 1 Beast. The other list, the Worlds list, only ran 2, but I'm super paranoid like that. Give me 3. Give me 3 Dark. Because I'm the kind of person that would probably prize these 3 things. And then I wouldn't have any way to power him up. That's just how I am. That's how my luck is. So, yeah. I'd rather have more than not enough. So, alright. So, let's talk about concerns. And then I'll talk about my crazy deck concept. So, stick with us. My concerns for this deck is the damage output. 180, even with Beast Energy, that puts you up to 210. And then if you have Beast Knight, that's like the most perfect scenario ever. Is you have Beast Energy plus Beast Knight tool to reach 270, you know? And then you can one-hit KO like Mewtwo or something. That's like a perfect scenario, which is probably not going to happen all that often. So more often than not, you're probably hitting 180. If not, then you're probably hitting like 220 with Beast Knight, or even just 200. So you're not really threatening a one-hit KO. So that's my first concern with the deck. Second concern is powering it up. With this version, you're going to be powering up on turn 2 with the Psychic Recharge, right? I have kind of a deck outline in my mind to where we play Rayquaza with Energy Switch to try and power it up on turn 1. So I have that crazy concept kind of going in my mind because I am concerned with powering it up too slowly and the damage output. That is not a good combination. When, like, worst case scenario, it takes you 3 attachments and you can only hit for 180, that's bad. That's really bad, folks. So we need to find a way to speed it up. I think as far as overall consistency of speeding it up, this is probably the proper, but for a more explosive start, I'm thinking the Rayquaza build, kind of the turbo engine, could be a solid way to go. And so I'm working on that. I do have kind of an outline that I want to go by, but let me know in the comments what you think. If you think the best way to play it is with Malamar, like, I didn't want to do this because we already have Ultra Necrozma that runs the same engine. We already have Giratina Garchomp that runs the same engine, only it plays Fighting Energy instead of Dark. So I wasn't a big fan of building this version of the deck because I feel like it's really generic. We already have options out there, and Ultra Necrozma is probably better than this because it can one-hit KO and it's only 2 prizes. And then Giratina Garchomp might be better than this also. So this is going to be definitely the most consistent, but it's definitely it might be too slow. Okay, you have to remember we're in a format where everything's like turn two. You better be hitting or at least threatening the Oko. Okay, that's just where we are right now. So, but we'll give it a try. Um, it'll be in our next tournament, not this current tournament that's going on. It'll be in the next tournament. So keep your eye out for that. And we'll try to do some gameplay testing footage in between the tournaments with this deck so you can get a feel for how it plays. So, and I'm going to keep working on the turbo engine of Guzzlord Naganadel. So if you have any suggestions, by all means, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to apply them as I build the deck. So yeah, till then, be excellent to each other and party on.